Morning. I'm Mrs. G. Maitra, Assistant Professor in Department of Commerce with Information Technology. Now we are going to discuss a topic on data model inference. Here, data model inference is nothing but a data warehouse. We can understand the structured data which built in a effective model. So it is used to a process of automatically or semi-automatically the data can be in a structured manner. We can create a relationship and we can create a constraint within the data sets, which is mainly used in documentation. Here it is one of the main process. We can use a logical and conceptual model from the existing data source. So this data model inference is mainly helpful to understand how we are going to relating the data with a structured model with the help of ER model or relational schema. So this model data model inference is used to structure the data with a relationship, and it can be stored for future reference also. Here we have objectives of data model inference. So the first one is identification of entities and attributes. So the main objective of the data inference model is to identify the data which is related to any customer or product or employee within the organization with their attributes. So after collecting the data, they are going to analyze the data with the tables and columns, which can be created in a data field with the help of grouping, and we can have a real world objectives with their characters. So here first we are collecting the data and we are giving a some relationship with diagrams. The next one is determination of primary key. Here the primary key plays a unique identifiers to each table where we can identify the particular customer with their data or customer ID or any invoice number. So it is easy to identify the customer whenever we need. So the main role is to maintaining the data and ensuring the relationship between the entities and the data which is related to particular customer. The next one is discovery of foreign key relation. Here foreign key relation plays a major role where we can detect the relationship between the detail. So it is this also involved in the one table correspondent with another. So we need to have a, it helps to define one to one or one to many or many relationship with the data what we have. So here we are giving many relationship for one data. The next one is reconstruction of metadata for legacy system. Here we have many older database with a lack of documentation. So the main objective of this area is to reconstruct the missing data by analyzing the data pattern and storing the data. So the data what we have missed, what we are not having used, it should be structured and it should be analyzed with the understanding their legacy. So it should be better planned and planning for each upgradation or for any migration. Here the next one is reverse engineering database. Here data model inference is a major role, and it is the main role is to reverse the engine data which is engineered. So for that we are going to create a data structure with the existing database, and it is analyzed for recreating the conceptual model. So this is also useful for redesigning or any documentation effort where we can have a original design is lost. So we are going to engineer the database what we have lost with the help of any logical modeling. The next one is support for data integration and ETL. Here the main objective is to have with the help of support of ETL, that is extract, transform and loading process, we can understand the source model. So by this understanding we can have a organized data which is helpful for mapping and transforming the integrated data into a centralized warehouse within the BI system. The next one is a detection of functional dependencies. Here it aims to uncover the functional dependency between the field. So for example, we can say we are going to determine the value of state. Mainly it is depending upon the pin code. So each and every state is depending with the pin code. So for this we are going to have a recognition which is depending with normalization and improving the data quality. The next one is discovery of business rule. So this inference process mainly helps in hidden business where we can have a data relationship. So for that each employees are assigned one department for documentation and for designing the pattern. So we can identify the rules where we can need to compliance with the system logic. Uh, for this data model, inference is mainly structuring the relationship within the data without requiring any definition. So this will be given in a logical manner, and it also mainly helpful for the integration and across, and we can have a bridging the gap between raw data and a structured representation within the image, and the manual effort is also very useful for giving a relationship for this data what we are adapted in the business environment. So this data model inference is very useful for having a relationship between the structure and how it is useful for the organization. Thank you.